Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Funeral service for Gary Jason Armstrong, age 38, of Vincent, will be Thursday at 2 p.m. from Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, with the Reverend Russell Hughes officiating. Burial in the Vincent Cemetery. Visitation is tonight, 5 until 8, at the Childersburg Chapel of Curtis and Son Funeral Home. Mr. Armstrong died July 30th at UAB in Birmingham. Online memorials can be made at curtisandsonfunerals.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, directing. Funeral arrangements for Eileen Coleman of Sylacauga will be announced later today by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel. And Richard Nairn Jr. Arrangements to be announced on Thursday by Curtis and Son Funeral Home. Graveside service for Willis E. Berryhill, age 79, of Harpersville, will be Thursday at 11 from Harpersville Cemetery. Mr. Berryhill died July 29th at Brookwood Medical Center. Online memorials at curtisandsonfunerals.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Juanita Jane Prestridge, age 67, of Harpersville, will be today at 2 o'clock from Providence Baptist Church, with Jeffrey Adams and William Rayfield officiating. Burial in the Harpersville City Cemetery. Online memorials at curtisandsonfunerals.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Lynn Cornelia Stewart, age 63, of Sylacauga, is Thursday at 2 p.m. from Curtis and Son North, with the Reverends Wayne McDaniel and Heath Webb officiating. Visitation will be tonight, 5 till 8, at Curtis and Son North. Online condolences at curtisandsonfh.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, will direct that service. Marietta Grace, age 87, died Tuesday, July 31st. The family receiving friends tonight, 6 until 8, at Talladega Funeral Home. Funeral service will follow Thursday in the chapel of Talladega Funeral Home, with burial in the Pine Hill Memorial Park. The Reverend Craig Little will officiate the service. And Ms. Grace was a member of the Southside Baptist Church. Flowers will be accepted, or donations can be made to the Southside Baptist Church in Talladega, Talladega Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for Catherine West, age 69, of Sylacauga, is today at 2 o'clock from the chapel of Randy Smith Funeral Home, with Brother Joel Miller and Brother Ronnie Porter officiating. Burial in the Holland Cemetery. Mrs. West died Saturday, July 28th at UAB in Birmingham. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at randysmith.com. Randy Smith Funeral Home, directing. Richard Robertson, age 52, died July 29th in Birmingham. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Community Funeral Home, directing. Mr. Claude M. Buddy Hobbs Jr. died July the 27th at 76 years old. And visitation for Mr. Buddy will be this evening, 5 till 8, at Randy Smith Funeral Home. Funeral service on Thursday at 11 o'clock from Childersburg Church of Christ, with Brother Gary Bradley and Brother Chad Dolahite officiating. Burial in the Green Hill Memorial Gardens of Childersburg. In lieu of flowers, contribution can be made to the Creekside Christian Camp, care of Childersburg Church of Christ, 417 Coosa Pines Drive, Childersburg, 35044. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at randysmith.com. Randy Smith Funeral Home, directing. The Reverend Jerry Lamar Dennis, age 75, died July 26 at Russell Medical Center. Reverend Dennis served as a minister for several years in Tallapoosa and Coosa counties. Reverend Dennis also sang with the Proclaimers Quartet. A memorial service will be held at a later date. Memorial donations can be sent to the Tallapoosa Baptist Association, 13103 U.S. Highway 280, Jackson's Gap, Alabama, 36861. That's Tallapoosa Baptist Association, 13103 U.S. Highway 280, Jackson's Gap, Alabama, 36861. Memorial services, memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home, Alexander City, in charge of the arrangements. These obituaries this morning brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361 for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremations since 1975. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.